Disney is purging Star Wars Marvel woke agenda. This article comes from Cosmic Book News. It's cool. Disney seems to be cleaning house. They do not have time. They do not have patience for people that open their mouths to fans. Let's get into the article. Before we do, you can support my work by subscribing to the channel. Clicking the bell for notifications. It's a huge help to me. Thanks for doing that. With Star Wars failing at Disney and the fears surrounding the huge health event causing the company to lose billions and billions of dollars, it's claimed that Disney will be changing its approach to various franchises, including Star Wars and Marvel. We've all been hearing a lot about this. It really looks like it's happening. She doesn't look happy. What they're going to do with him, we'll see. It's no secret that Disney's been promoting a woke agenda in its movies. It really has been. It's been horrific. They've really damaged their franchises. And it's also no secret that the woke agenda has been a huge failure. The big pitch has been, well, if we just have like feminist SJW empowered female characters redefining all of our classic successful brands, somehow that's going to be great for the world and it will attract all of these new fans that'll be interested in all of this. It's sort of a ridiculous premise. It's always been a ridiculous premise. If you have a customer base, let's say you have a great hamburger place and people love your hamburgers and all this, and you're known throughout the state. And they're like, oh, we all go to Adam's hamburger place. It's fantastic. And all of a sudden, someone takes over control of my hamburger place and is like, well, you have all these people coming for hamburgers. Let's change them all to soy burgers. And maybe we'll even just sell ice cream instead of hamburgers. But we'll still call it Adam's Hamburger Place. Well, it doesn't work. Would it maybe interest some people that like ice cream or soy? It's possible. But the whole point was you have this huge customer base that's dedicated to hamburgers, Star Wars, meat and potatoes, real Marvel movies, real Marvel characters, classic characters, a fan base of people that are interested. Why not serve that fan base? Just because you have a successful fan base, it doesn't mean that's an invitation to then create a new audience based on the premise that interested that fan base by changing the premise. That's the problem they ran into. It's no secret that Disney's been promoting their woke agenda. It's no secret that it's been failing. Star Wars is a complete disaster at Disney, as it's been on the decline, as proven by Disney investor reports. Yeah, the reports talk about how Star Wars is not generating what it used to generate in terms of licensing, in terms of grossing, in terms of enthusiasm, in terms of it being like one of the biggest brands. Since the release of Rian Johnson and Kathleen Kennedy's Star Wars The Last Jedi, that's really what killed it, which caused fans to bail on Star Wars in droves. And, it's not like fans complained because they were disappointed and they felt cheated because they got soy burgers instead of hamburgers, but they just stopped caring. People became apathetic and were just like, look, if you're going to make something that I don't care about, then, no, I'm not interested in it. I don't care. And so we all just stopped caring about Star Wars. And we're starting to lose interest in Marvel with all the ridiculous woke changes. Regarding Marvel, on the movie side of things, there have been problems with Brie Larson, and we can argue that even though Captain Marvel was a success similar to The Last Jedi, it was another woke approach that failed, as the writing and directing team are not back for the sequel. And perhaps the biggest proof that Captain Marvel was a failure is that Kevin Feige has apparently downgraded Brie Larson at Marvel and is now promoting Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch, and Olsen are liked by fans a whole lot more than Larson and Carol Danvers. As the woke agenda hasn't been a success at Disney, or all of Hollywood, it's claimed that Disney is going to purge all the SJWs and cater to the fans. The info comes from the future ruler of Earth, Doomcock, from the Overlord YouTube channel, who has been providing information about how Star Wars will get fixed and previously revealed information about problems with Brie Larson and Captain Marvel, as well as Star Trek. Star Trek is in also terrible shape. Hollywood is indeed a woke wasteland. Hollywood is indeed a woke wasteland, and now out of that wasteland, a new hope has suddenly appeared, explains Doomcock. The YouTuber does note that the information does sound too good to be true, but the info comes from a high-level source. You know, it is too good to be true if it wasn't for the fact that the health event has destroyed most of Disney's business, from the theme parks to movies in movie theaters, and they're just incredibly lucky that they started Disney Plus when they did. That's helping them. But if it had not been for Disney Plus, they would be in serious problems. And even now, they have a lot of cash crunches going on because of the huge health event not being able to release movies to theaters, not being able to have their theme park business operate anywhere near as normal. They're losing billions on top of billions. According to a source that's been reliable in the past, it's about to hit the fan at Disney, says Doomcock. I'm told that getting the SJWs out of Disney is now priority one, mandated by the sudden realization that sometimes cliches are cliches for a reason, and a new understanding at the highest level that get woke, go broke is no longer just a slogan. Yes, you heard me right. Incredible it sounds. Their source at Disney claims that Disney's only concerned with one thing, profitability. Disney's always been just concerned about making money, grabbing more and more intellectual property, controlling more and more of the film industry. But, you know, they got so fat and happy there for a while that they had a few female executives that were like, hey, I'm Kathleen Kennedy. Let me just go ahead and mess around with all these properties because I can do my social agenda at the expense of this successful franchise. Maybe it would have worked. Maybe there's a chance at 1 million it could have worked. She doesn't care. It's their money. She tried it. It's never been tried before. It failed. Now they need money. They need to make sure their IP seems valuable. Their Star Wars content, their Marvel content has to bring people to Disney Plus. If it doesn't attract people to Disney Plus, if people are not as excited about Disney Plus as they are Netflix, it's incredibly terrible for Disney. They will lose tremendous amounts of money and importance. So it's all or nothing. They got to make it work, or they're going to be a lower level company than they ever were before, and that's the end of their future. So they really have to make this stuff work. Doomcock continues. The proclamation is about to be sent out from high to every corner of the Enchanted Kingdom. Disney is a for-profit business moving forward, and from here on out, the customer comes first. Nice. The woke party is over because the mouse is awakened with a terrible hangover, and it's a new day at Disney. My source tells me that huge policy changes are about to be made at Disney. Bad-mouthing fans, no matter what they say or what side they are on, will no longer be tolerated. That goes for everyone that works at Disney. Everyone, including Brie Larson, including the Lucasfilm Story Group, and everyone that Kathleen Kennedy ever hired. She doesn't look happy about this. She's going to have to learn to deal with it. Disney is no longer tolerating a woke agenda. Doomcock goes on to give examples of people at Disney attacking fans, including Rian Johnson, Kathleen Kennedy, Brie Larson, and Taika Waititi. I've been told explicitly that even someone like Brie Larson will no longer be able to work at Disney if she takes shots at fans, says Doomcock. See, this is a thing at a company. Like, if somebody big at the company does something, whether it's the CEO or a major star, if they say and do something, other people copy it. They're like, well, this person does it, so I could. It's like there's not going to be any free passes for anybody. The slack attitude and tacit support implied by silence that emboldened these woke wonders to hijack a corporate message and subvert corporate profits is no more. The Lucasfilm Story Group will no longer be empowered to humiliate Luke Skywalker, to strike a blow against the patriarchy. No more will Nick Fury be humiliated by having a pet cat take out his eye. Get woke, go broke is a phrase that resonates with Disney now, and positive changes are on the way if this leak is true. I'm sure it's true, because they can make all sorts of woke garbage. I mean, right now, their big push is into inclusive children's shows, animation. It's more than 50% of them. It's tremendous. So they're just going to go after them when they're small. They'll just go after the kids. And the adult content, they don't need to be as heavy-handed with their ridiculous messaging with the adult content. They can ruin the children instead. So they'll move to that. That's what they're focused on now. It's not just Disney. It's, of course, the entire entertainment industry. Disney getting back to business. Customer is always right. Regarding what why Disney is changing things, Doomcock explains it's about profit. Economic realities of 2020, coupled with the decline in returns on properties like Star Wars, have combined to sober executives up, explains Doomcock. Because now the executives are being held accountable for bottom line profits, which means they're throwing people out left and right. They're going to throw out people they shouldn't even be throwing out just because they can get away with it now because of the big health event. And they're having to restructure all their theater business. It's going on throughout legacy media now. People are getting fired left and right. They realize that fans have been driven away from their precious franchises in droves by identity politics. Now it's time to get back to doing business. Time to remember the old adage, the customer's always right. Investors and executives are now trying to repair damage that's been done, erasing the sequel trilogy with the veil of the Force. Courting George Lucas to head up Lucasfilm, the coming woke purge, all of these steps are designed to do one thing: bring fans back to Disney. Disney is aware of what fans think. So Doomcock says that Disney is well aware of what the fans think, which is something I was told as well last summer while at the Comic-Con, and I brought up the notion to Marvel insiders who filled me in about Doctor Strange 2, featuring original Marvel Comics characters like the OG Nick Fury. Cool. They realized that allowing these woke elements to hijack their projects, a tremendous amount of damage has been done to their precious brands, and they cannot allow this to continue. Yeah, I mean, they have to maintain what the meaning of the brand is. A brand is a promise. Any franchise, any brand, it's a promise. So when you pick up something and it says Hershey's chocolate or whatever the heck it says on it, you expect it to taste like Hershey's chocolate, not like something else. The executives have heard you, according to this source, and they're determined to reverse course, says Doomcock. Doomcock claims Disney held a virtual meeting last Friday to explain their new approach going forward. A new policy moving forward is one of fan support and acceptance. Like, we're actually going to produce stuff for our customers instead of to insult our customers. Okay, let's see it. Disney's a for-profit company. No one who works at Disney will be allowed to insult or antagonize fans. It is hoped that this policy, presumably coupled with the exclusion of political propaganda from future productions, although this was not specified, will bring back fans into the Disney fold, offers Doomcock. Very interesting. I will link this article. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think they're actually going to do this? Going to get rid of the woke garbage and go back to producing good franchise consistent content? Brie Larson won't like it, but who knows? If she did what she was supposed to do, if she was directed properly, she could actually be functional. Maybe she could do something good. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Also, support collegeofthedead.com. You can get a copy of College of the Dead Graduation Day, my ongoing zombie apocalypse series. It ships right away. And you can also sign up at epicmermaids.com. That's a huge help to me. You will get an email letting you know when The Mermaids is coming out. It's going to be coming out soon. It's a full-color ongoing series. It's like Game of Thrones with mermaids. I know you'll like it. I will see you again soon with another video, and if I don't see you, I will miss you.